The Audrain and Callaway Community Hospital has just under a week to reopen. The state extended the hospital's license for 90 days back in September to December 20th. But since Platinum Health shuttered the hospitals, the work to get it all back up and running has been largely up to the employees who were left behind. In this Target 8 investigation, CAILE Bates Lucy CAILE looked into how long issues with hospital ownership date back to.
The hospitals have had 3 different owners over the past 2 years. I filed an open records request to see just how long owners received violations for running the hospitals. Those records show the ownership started getting those violations when it first took over the 2 hospitals back in 2020. But for the employees and residents themselves, they don't care about who owns it. They just want a hospital for their community. Inside a shuttered Audrain Community Hospital is the picture of hope. Dr. Joseph CORRADO, Chief of Surgery at Audrain Community Hospital, is just one of the people still devoted to bringing the hospital back to life.
I've been on a lot of inside of people's bellies here.
He's worked at the hospital for 40 years.
I've missed a lot of baseball games and a lot of kids' things. As you can realize, in a small town, there's not many alternatives, and I'm on call all the time.
Back in the spring, Texas-based Platinum Health bought the Audrain and Callaway hospitals from Noble for $2. And just 5 months later, Platinum Health laid off all of its employees. CORRADO has joined those in the community fighting to keep his hospital running.
Our emergency room doctor, who's a private physician, he hasn't been paid. We have employees that don't have health insurance. He sees them in the walk-in clinic, so they have some health care. The hospital foundation is paying for his malpractice insurance so that we have a good physician who's taking care of folks.
From an open records request, Target 8 found Noble Health's negligence of the hospital was more than just this year, with some issues even when Noble took over back in 2020. Records show that the hospital failed to have a chief executive officer running the entire hospital. That was back in 2021. And when they switched ownership from the previous owners to Noble Health, they also lost certain patient records and lists of patient rights. Those previous owners were Nuterra Capital, who started Noble back in 2019. Nuterra then defaulted on the loan they used to take over the hospital. Current hospital CEO Amy Audrain confirmed to Target 8 that there were initial issues with the change in ownership, but that the hospital was able to catch up with the records by 2021. The hospital stopped operating in September, but doctors like CORRADO are still providing some outpatient services.
I think it's going to happen, yeah.
The loss means longer drives during emergencies.
You know, somebody could pass away before they could get to the hospital. I had a friend, her husband died of a heart attack as soon as he got to the hospital in Columbia.
We're all Christians that are gathered here.
One of the town's pastors says all they can do now is have faith.
So when the community can come together and go, no, we're not going to be people of dread and fear, we're going to become people of hope.
And they're not wrong for hoping.
We are having discussions right now with some folks who are doing some due diligence.
The hospital has until December 20th to open its doors after the state granted an extension of its license.
We refer to it as Project Sunrise because 9 months ago we could see the sun setting, and now we believe we see the sun rising, and that's important.
Which means CORRADO could soon be back in a surgery room.
Basically, it's been delightful to do that all these years, and I can't wait for the hospital to be back again.
The Audrain Community Hospital CEO confirmed that the hospital is in communication with a potential purchaser. Target 8 did reach out to Noble Health about the findings, but have not heard back yet from anyone. Reporting in the studio, Lucy CAILE, CAILE 8 News.